Hey guys, Bossclips here. Be sure to use me daily to remove the food and dental plaque from between your teeth. Now I know what you're all thinking, Bossclips, why did this video take you so long? Jim Varney, who some of you may know as the voice of Slinky Dog from the Toy Story series.
Golly, Bob, howdy.
Oh, shut up.
But he's probably most famous for his character of Ernest P. Worrell.
I can't get in.
Ernest was originally a mascot for commercials, all of which were filmed in this weird, handheld, first-person perspective. The camera operator, Vern, would often be told by Ernest how cool these products were.
Cream Weaver Highland Sour Cream is so good on everything from potatoes to tacos that it has inspired me to write this poem. Roses are red, violets are blue, sour cream is white, and comes in a tub.
The products would range from Coke, Mellow Yellow, Sprite, Purity Dairy products, Toyota car dealerships, guns.
You know, Vern, this must be some kind of a cigarette lighter.
Do not let this man within 50 feet of your children! This success led him to eventually get a TV show and film series, the Ernest Cinematic Universe, if you will. These included films such as Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Goes to School, Ernest Saves Spoilers, Ernest in the Army, and even Ernest Goes to Jail. Wow, I don't know how he got in there. These films were consistently released for almost an entire decade, and considering the character was created all the way back in 1980, he really did stay relevant for a long time. Then again, I guess you could say the same thing for the Land Before Time films, since there's like 14 of it. Whoever is buying these Land Before Time films needs to stop. They're just gonna keep doing it. Stop making them do it! But like I said, the popularity of the character, even before the films, was surprising to say the least. He was right up there with the likes of Pee Wee Herman, so having him promote a product would have been really beneficial at the time. Anyway, Splash Mountain, loosely based off the now controversial film Song of the South, is one of Disney's biggest theme park attractions, being cloned in most of their major parks. And with the advent of the Disney Channel, making a TV special promoting the ride was definitely a no-brainer. But how do you promote a product towards kids in the late 80s? What kind of marketing would you need to make people interested, especially on a TV channel with kids programming it? What kind of people, or dare I say even person, could promote such an attraction? If only there was a... I got it!
Well, you know it is a thrill when you go downhill, 'cause you're riding on the mountain of your own free will, and you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash, down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash.
Splash Mountain,
ZIP-A-DEE-DO-THA,
Splash Mountain,
ZIP-A-DEE-A. My oh my,
Zip.
wonderful day.
Zip.
Okay, never mind, that was awful. Just send Ernest, why not? Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain, let's go! Ah, okay, you couldn't find a more appealing face to use than that? That's the best you got. Okay, yeah, alright. The special starts with Ernest breaking into Vern's home.
And Vern, I like you, little bear.
Ernest, stop staring at people's little bears. What, you want to film Ernest Goes Back to Jail? I don't think so. Now, throughout the special, this supposedly historic event of a man riding a children's attraction is covered by the Splash Mountain news station. Yeah, okay, really niche market you got there. I don't know many people who are going to tune into a news station that only covers one theme park ride. In today's news, Splash Mountain was stopped for 2 minutes due to a handicapped guest needing special assistance to get into their lawn. Reports say the incident caused no negative effects at all. Stay tuned for the next Splash Mountain news update in about 2 months when something else actually happens.
We are just minutes away from a feat some have compared with Alan Shepard's first ride into space or Neil Armstrong's walk on the moon.
Yeah, these people later sobered up and denied these claims were made.
I've covered many great events from inaugurations to Super Bowls, but this first run down Splash Mountain seems to have captured the imagination of the entire country.
Wow, I'm impressed. This Cameron guy looks really genuinely dead inside, as if he was a real professional news reporter covering some guy riding Splash Mountain.
I must say that just walking through the park today, you can sense the excitement in the air.
Much like this mountain, Ralph, my career is a slippery slope.
As the first person to take on Splash Mountain, Ernest P. Worrell will become a part of this mountain's legend if the ride is successful. If it isn't, he could possibly just become part of the mountain.
Well, if he does, it could help him with his new film, Ernest Goes Into the Light. So now we watch as Ernest begins his training to, again, ride a children's attraction. I don't think you need any preparation. It's also good training for the editor to learn how to use the fast forward button and wacky sound effects. Also, I guess we apparently only have 15 minutes before the Earth is flooded? I mean, thanks for the heads up, but it could be more descriptive. Unfortunately, in the next scene, though, Ernest dies. Also, unrelated dolphin balloon. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered where the ideas for the super attractions found at Disneyland and Walt Disney World come from?
Gee, I don't know. Did it come from Disney movies?
The source of inspiration was the 1946 Walt Disney film Song of the South.
Well, that's just ridiculous. How did they come up with that? Yeah, forget history. Let's see some epic fail compilations.
This water is treated, and then it's on its way down to the basement of this building where it'll be pumped back up to the top. Back to you, Ralph.
Well, it can never be said that Skip Binkman's reports are dull. He always manages to keep us informed and entertained with his unique style of reporting.
Wow, what an asshole. By the way, Ernest didn't actually die. He just stole a vehicle. The further the special goes on, it's just the more reasons Ernest should have stayed in jail. Ernest stays in jail. Make that movie.
That was awful, wasn't it, Vern? Kind of reminds you of this, don't it?
So now we see Ernest go to Splat. Oh, that's why. Oh, I get the title.
Well, how does it feel to be the first person to actually ride this awesome mountain?
Piece of cake. You show me the mountain, I'll ride it.
But finally, after all this build-up, Ernest boards his log and begins his ride. I'm also very glad that all of that training and preparation taught Ernest to not keep his hands and feet inside the log at all times. It's great. Good.
He should be nearing the first drop in the ride.
Drop! Drop like fall? Like in free fall?
Well, that first drop seems to be taking him by surprise.
I hate to ruin your immersion, by the way, but I'm seeing a continuity error here. They showed us the whole drop, but he never did this maneuver that he did during the edited section. I don't know if this was a directorial mistake or an editing mistake, but I am waiting for the special edition of this special to fix this issue.
To be part of this history-making event, to be the eyes and ears of you, on behalf of...
Holy crap, Ernest is having a heart attack. Look at this man. Get him off the ride. Get him to a hospital. Ernest goes to the hospital.
Oh, here he comes now. Well, that's strange. I can't see him yet, but I will stand by until he does arrive.
Oh, Skip. You really shouldn't have this job. I'm sorry.
Ernest is nearing the big plunge. We'll find out when our coverage of Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain continues.
Dude, it's like a 3-minute ride. By the time the break is over, the ride would have been long done. Just keep filming.
Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain will continue in a moment. Know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. It was a very obvious, unambiguous statement. There were very few ways to misinterpret that. And why is the creepy Ernest face winking at me? Stop that. I didn't ask for that. But now Ernest prepares to face the big drop.
Wish I'd brought a book.
Wait. Ernest can read? I'm surprised he ties his shoes, but he can read. Oh wait, yeah. Ernest went to school. Okay, continue.
Gosh, Vern, the air's awful thin up here. There's not a lot of oxygen.
At this moment, we ask that squeamish or sensitive adults turn their eyes from the screen.
Well, you heard him. If you are sensitive or squeamish, please close your eyes until the following audio cue is played. What the hell just happened? There's some serious 2001 action going on. Oh, that would make a cool edit. Yeah. Oh yeah, the audio. Right. Yeah. So Ernest, what kinds of things do you have to say after coming back from the other side?
I'd recommend Splash Mountain to anyone. Things like Splash Mountain keep you young. I feel great. Yeah.
On behalf of all my colleagues, we salute you, Ernest. Ralph Story here. So long, everyone.
Honestly, though, I really like this ending credits scene. Ernest invites all of the Imagineers to a party and just none of them show up.
They said that today's the day they like to watch the big truck empty all the dumpsters out back.
Then he proceeds to bob for water. I like that, it's funny. In fact, watching this special reminded me how much fun Varney was as an actor. Even in this dumb little special, I could feel him just having so much fun playing Ernest. He might be overacting, but it just adds to the character. Makes me start to have fun along with him. So thank you, Jim, and I hope you rest in peace. Well, that was Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain. An odd piece of Disney park history, but certainly an unforgettable one. Aside from the fact that I forgot everything that happened, who am I?
And there you have it, folks. Bossclips has completed his review of Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain. Truly a remarkable moment in history, comparable to the invention of the wheel and even the Big Bang. This is Robert of the Bossclips News Station, signing out.
When you go downhill, cause you're riding on the mountain of your own free will, and you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash, down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash.
Splash Mountain.
ZIP-A-DEE-DO-THA.
Splash Mountain.
ZIP-A-DEE-DO-THA.
My oh my.
Zip.
Wonderful day.
Zip.
Split splash.
Vernon, open the door, Vern.
Happy New Year, Vernon.